flag is off. We are about to go racing. And go lights, away we go. Good start from Iannone, a brilliant start by the Italian. Up the hill he goes, and he's got the whole shot, has he? Rossi's got away well. He's up to, well, almost third, but he gets blocked. And Marquez is there. Marquez is up to second place. Brilliant start by Marquez, and he's on his way. Now he's got to chase down Iannone. Vinales is third. So a very competitive start, especially by Marquez. Crutchlow is fourth, Zarco fifth. Rossi did get sixth place, having got a really good jump from the start. And Pedrosa is already seventh. He's got ahead of Doby.
Renzi picked up a couple of spots, but then just gave him back. He moved up to seventh, and now he's slid back to ninth.
20-lap race, a long way to go. This conditions are the first time they've raced in this sort of temperature here this weekend. The third round of the championship, diving into the very tight turn 11 for the first time.
Jonathan, I noticed on the grid, a lot of guys were running, taking rear tires and changing them out. Some of them might have chosen mediums and gone to hards. I think the extra heat might have made you want to choose a little more durable compound.
Yeah, I'm going to say, the temperature has gone up dramatically since this morning. Pretty cold this morning. We went into Moto 3. I was conservative, possibly getting this hot, but it hasn't. As you say,
everybody successfully completing the first lap. No altercations in the first turn. Any of the other corners getting around. So full grid still as we speak.
Yeah, no mistakes at the front. Usually something goes on at the first corner, but nothing this time. That's good news. Long way to go yet. And will Rossi start to build? And was he one of those men that chose the harder compound? He was saying earlier in the weekend that there was a choice, and I think the wise old fox that is Valentino Rossi might have been the one that would choose to go on that harder compound. We'll take a look at the split times. Who didn't get a good start that maybe should have done? Jack Miller is up there. He's behind Tito Rabat. The two Espargaros are together on track. Danilo Petrucci's gone backwards a little bit. So here we go, the first attack down that back straight. Into 12. Rossi looking aggressive already. Into the last corner, here comes Marquez. Close pursuit, Iannone. Vinales under pressure now from his teammate.
Iannone at 2:05.096 on that lap. Marquez just a touch slower, and the gap now is only 0.3 of a second from Marquez to Iannone.
I think Rossi wants to stay with the leaders as quickly as he can. He's qualified better than he usually does here. Great onboard pictures.
Nice lines for the S's there, completing turn 6. Then we'll run down to turn 7, hard right turn. Bit of a double apex corner, sneaking up on 8, 9,
settling down with 18 laps to go. Oh, a big moment there from Iannone. Out of the seat of 10, and now looking still put him off. He's gone for the overtake after all. Still swirling. He's not going to be able to turn it tight, and Marquez goes right back at him. Well, that was all going on. Well, they said they do rodeo here in Texas. He wasn't kidding. That was perfect. I don't know how he stayed on, but he did the full 8 seconds.
What an effort. That the bike got out of shape a little bit. He still managed to get the thing turned just not quite as late of an apex as he wanted. Just a little bit out there the next year.
I know, and I think that's what they're saying to Marquez is we've had enough of you. At the front. We want to win. He's definitely, like I said, it's been a couple of weeks. The only man to challenge Marquez. Smith with a good start.
Yeah, Bradley Smith maybe made the most positions over these first couple laps from where he qualified. He qualified at 14th. He's running up in the top 10 right now. 11.
Good lap by Iannone last time out. He's knocked that gap down to 0.5 and 206.0, but Marquez was quicker, 204.8 as you see, fastest lap there from Altiso timing.
He's still a 205 flat. Even with that mistake on the brakes there, that little unsettled bike going into 11, hopefully he can get back down and turn some 204s like Marquez. He's just done the fastest lap of the race at a 204.8.
Fascinating start, and no real surprises at the start, and Marquez, I suppose, given he was 4th, is the surprise. Here's the championship as it stands at the moment. Marquez would go up to 2nd, and that's why this is such an important race for Marquez. He loves the history books, we all do, but really what Marquez is after now is some points. I mean, he's just had a rotten start to the year. I mean, and he could have been 5th if he behaved himself in Argentina, but sure enough, he was penalised, and again penalised here for bulking Vinales. No surprise on that decision.
Yeah. It was just a mistake. I'm sure he just crashed. He got back on the bike, was probably just not 100% focused yet. Next thing he did, he disrupted Vinales qualifying.
Well, there's no question that Marquez is trying to stretch his legs here early on. He's just on the fastest first split, and he's trying to pull away from Iannone, and he's doing so. Who's that going wide? I can't rush that, man. He's got box. He stayed in front of Gobi, but Gobi's got on the inside of him. He's now back to gather himself again. He can't rush though. Marquez, he didn't do anything special in the second split, but he's trying to stretch that gap to himself. Crosses the line now, we'll see the gap again. He's building on it at the moment, no change at the front. And now it's 1.032, so if Iannone is going to stay with Marquez, because this is the worst thing, if you're trying to beat Marquez, is to let him go early.
Yeah, to let him get out to a gap and then just manage the race is difficult with this heat. Tires are going to play a huge part. And having to abuse your tires to try and catch back up would probably not benefit you in the end.
Kevin, just explain that to me, because if you are Marquez, how do you control a race when you're at the front? Is it that you're able to get more in the zone, more into your rhythm, that you don't actually abuse the tires as much if you were battling?
Well, I think we've all seen that Mark's just the fastest guy here consistently in practice. Maybe he hadn't been at the top of the time sheets, but he's been really close. What we saw there was that replay of Iannone getting past Marquez, and then Marquez just immediately passing him back.
But definitely.
When you're out in front, you don't have to worry about trying to be aggressive and pass somebody or get past somebody. You're able to manage the race, manage the times, just watch your board be smooth and fast.
Well, Marquez is doing just that. He's up by 0.3 in this first, in his second split here in this lap alone, and he's absolutely pulling that gap away now from Iannone. He's taken it to 1.7 in this lap alone. You can see for yourself physically just how far Marquez is pulling away. A lot of Marquez fans out there. Alex Marquez couldn't quite pull it off in Moto2. never looked back since. 5 wins in a row, 5 poles in a row, almost 6. If you count the fact that he was penalised because of this man and getting in the way of him. And another quick lap, 2:04.6 this time from Marquez, and he's got the gap now to 2.1 seconds. No change. Vinales still third, Rossi, Zarco, and Dovi. Then Crutchlow and Pedrosa. Oh, this is vintage Marquez. He doesn't seem to be flustered ever, does he? I mean, everything that could have happened to him has happened in the last few weeks, but he just keeps his head down. It's, I guess that's youth.
That is definitely youthful exuberance, and you know that penalty that he got was only about 20 feet, so it wasn't. It was into second position already in the first turn.
What should the penalty be? It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, you know, you put him at the back of Valencia, he still finishes fourth.
Yeah, you know, you move him back much further, who knows what might happen.
Long way to go in this as we head down that long back straight.
Sure looks like the track overtime this weekend is cleaned up. Back straightaway, not any dust at all blowing. Good to see.
Yep, it's very good to see, and I think we've got a beautiful day for all the racing as well, and I'm sure pictures being beaten around the world. The centre of attention here of the world of motorcycle fans. So many of you coming here to Austin. Last time out, Iannone, a 2:06.6. Marquez has extended that lead to 3.4 seconds. There he is up the hill, almost at the apex.
They're going into turn 1.
Makes it simple, doesn't he? And now Valentino Rossi will try to do the same on his team, go with his teammate if he can, as they watch on Wayne Rainey in the pits in Yamaha.
Wayne must be wondering what's going on with the weather. Yesterday, almost all the MotoGP classes dodged the rain, and just when Moto America started up, the sky is open and there was a downpour.
The same happened in Road Atlanta the week before. Now,
looks like they should be in for a good race this afternoon.
Yeah, we should, and I think we'll have a very different race. That one won by Matthew Scott, so watch and stay with us after the MotoGP, because we've got Superbike Race 2 for the Moto America. Wayne Rainey's team run into action in these perfect conditions. Now, Rossi definitely closing in on Iannone. Now tell us, Kevin, if I put you on Rossi's bike now, where would you make your move, given that you've got similar machinery in front of you, and you've got the Suzuki, which you probably know pretty well by now. If Rossi's going to start to try and reel in Marquez, it's got to be soon, right?
You know, I'd watch the progress of Vinales. If Vinales continued to sneak away, I'd be aggressive. Zarco, Crutchlow, Dovi, and Danny Pedrosa. Alex Rins just behind them, and Lorenzo losing ground. He's 1.7 seconds behind Alex Rins at the moment. And again, not the Lorenzo we expected to see from the second row start. Crutchlow, the championship leader. Marquez's sponsors are probably a bit fed up with it. They're having to watch where all the competition is. way behind him. He's hardly ever in shot, which just as soon as I say that, it cuts to Mark Marquez.
But you know, you can see how hard he's pushing. He's backing it in to turn 11 there, and that's what I always find amazing, is that he's able to almost be at 10 tenths, or at least it looks that way. Maybe he's more in control than we think, but he certainly seems to be pushing it, and obviously the lap times aren't slow by any means, otherwise they catch him 2:05.1, and he's quicker than anybody out there at the moment. Everybody else is on the 2:06.
Watching Vinales
excellent lap. He's the only man in the 2:04s at the moment, a 2:04.9, and who's that, Dan? Oh, well, that's motor racing, folks. 0 to 0. He wins in Argentina 2 weeks ago, and he's now trying to restart his bike here, having fallen right in front of our commentary position. He's up and running. The rest of the field. Carl Crutchlow does get it going, just, I think. He's still trying to bomb start it at the moment. Getting a bird's eye view of this because I'm right in front of him, and I think he's going to park it. The marshals are trying to get it going. He's getting a push from them, and he's away. Crutchlow is away, and well, not what he wanted, but he's went down at 20. And now Marquez out alone, the Lone Star Ranger. Crutchlow, there he is, coming into the pits. Looks like Bautista. Here's the championship. Interestingly enough, if it stayed this way, Marquez would go to the top with Crutchlow going to the back now. And it just shows you how quickly it can change in a matter of rounds. We said that Marquez was nowhere. Well, he could leave Austin leading the championship. Obviously very disappointed, but everybody else continues. And really just a second between third and 4.5 seconds between first and second, but then Vinales, Iannone, Rossi and Zarco are very much together on track.
Interesting to see the only two guys in the only three guys in the 205 would be Marquez and Vinales, and then the only other guy in the grid that's in the 205 is the Alex Rins trying to work his way up from position 8.
Yeah, Jack Miller trying to come through too. He's just behind Tito Rabat. Lorenzo stayed where he is on the 99, just behind Alex Rins. And again, Iannone getting out of the seat. Now down to third place. Now, can Vinales go after him? Rossi is trying to stay with the Suzuki. Nakagami's just gone quickest in his first split, a long way down, trying to stay in the points for another place. Points go down to what, 15th place? Well, it's been just in those points.
Rossi, Iannone, Vinales, Marquez, all in the 205s now.
Taking a look further down now. Lorenzo, top 10. But that's really just not good enough for him.
Lorenzo just in front of Jack Miller and Tito Rabat.
Yep. And both Miller and Rabat wanting to come forward. It's a good start to the year for Jack Miller. We're starting to see the tyre compounds being shown us.
I think that was Rabat, medium on the rear, hard on the front. I saw Rossi's tire choice and it said medium, and I don't know if does that count since they made changes on the grid, or if they made changes on the grid.
Well, that's a good point, yeah. Spargaro has stayed. Well, he started 19, he's got up to 12, but he took a while to do it, and there's the progression. As we take a look at him on the Aprilia. 10 laps to go here. 2018 running of the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. Coach Ron's just Marc Marquez is checked out. Also lost his sure we'll go back there and find out what it was. Alex Rins, got on the podium now. So Marquez unaffected, and his gap now 5.2 seconds ahead of this kid. He really is wiping the floor with everybody. What do you make of this kid?
One of the fastest riders I think we've ever seen. He has a little bit of inconsistencies, but what he's done in the championships that he's accumulated in such a short period of time, hats off to Marc Marquez.
But look at his consistency, and look at the speed he's doing. Lap 5, 2:04.6, that was the fastest he went, but the rest aren't far off that, is it? Pretty amazing.
Seems to have reached, I guess, abandoning the race.
Game over then for Alex Rins, as he'll do a reset, and this is what happened. Yeah, just slid out. He was lucky not to get that Aprilia coming very close indeed. Yeah, that's too close for comfort. 9 laps to go, and it's a lonely soul, the Lone Star hero. 5 wins and ready for 6. Whatever you throw at him, even if he is down in the dirt in qualifying, he manages to recover. Akasarian in the pits. Okay by the looks of things. Just trying to see if anybody's on the move. Some laps here. So if the way Marquez is riding at the moment, it's a cool head like Danny's, and the right bike has got it. Back to fitness, I'm sure, by Jerez. I'm sure there'll be plenty more fireworks.
Rossi took 4/10 of a second out of Iannone on the last lap. Iannone's time at 2:05.9. Rossi at 2:05.5.
5.7 the gap that Marquez has to Vinales. He hit only 3rd. Rossi, as you say, pushing on. But I'm watching this battle between Zarco, Dovi and Pedrosa, because they're right there with each other on track. And that could make a big difference, especially if Danny can get up there. Nakagami trying to get in the points, and he's just outside. And she's just in the points at the moment. Moved up one spot ahead of Bautista, Redding, Luti, Morbidelli, Xavier Simeon, Crutchlow out, of course. Well, Crutchlow's still circulating. Here he is.
He's closed the gap.
is 6 seconds. He's almost taking a second out of the chasing pack per lap. Marquez. 7 laps to go. It's been a masterful display by the maestro that is Marquez. Vinales, Iannone and Rossi.
Dobie there in shot, doing his best to keep Zarco close enough that he can make a move late in the race. Can keep that distance close enough.
Gigi Dellini watching on in the Ducati pits, the maestro of the Ducati team. And it's been a bright start for Ducati, both the De Factory team and the Pramac team. Talking to Julian Thomas earlier today here in commentary, he was saying that they haven't got everything together yet. They've got a good bike, they know that, but they still haven't got the nimbleness to go with that speed. And that's what's been slowing them down a little bit, especially through the S's in the first sector here at the Circuit of the Americas. And that's what Honda has in spades. That's just almost, I mean, you've ridden good bikes and you've ridden bad bikes, and you can tell them using the bike that sheriff of Austin, Texas, when it comes to motorcycle racing. I'd love to. You said you'd love to have raced against him.
I really would have.
It would have been a lot of fun. I'd like to have seen that.
Interesting to see Lorenzo's just snuck past Jack Miller to take over 9th position. I wonder if George has found something and going to start progressing his way to the front a little bit.
Well, he needs to. He needs some points. He needs to get his championship back online for sure. Morbidelli, we've got a quick glimpse of him. Nakagami's gone up a spot. He's got some more points in the championship. Fight with Xavier Simeon, not fighting too hard. Simeon keeping out of the way. And how far is Crutchlow behind? Well, actually, Crutchlow's only 9 seconds behind this battle at the back we were watching with Morbidelli and Simeon. And so we'll keep an eye out to see where the Crutchlow could at least, he won't get in the points from there, but he might just make up a spot.
No wings on the front of Danny's, of Marquez's bike. Does Danny have it?
We'll have to look closely at 26. Haven't really had a close look at it. We've seen it. I don't think recognize him. King Kenny watching on at Yamaha.
Jack sneaking past, sneaking up the inside of Jorge Lorenzo.
See ya. Interesting racing between those two. No love lost. Well, I wouldn't be sure. But if you're a privateer, you always want to try and get the scalp of the factory for sure. Tino Rabat's up to 8. He's on the hard rear.
Not a happy face there from Alex Rins.
No, I'm not surprised.
You know, he started off the weekend really strong. I'm sure he was not satisfied with the
Five laps to go. It may not be the closest of races, but it won't follow Mark Marquez to close races. It wasn't too close for Jack there. Can't be nimble, and last time, and yeah, you say he's just knocked it down to a 206, but the thing is that Vinales isn't catching either.
Maverick's still in the 205s, and he's the only guy left in the field doing 205s.
Rossi trying to put in a last spurt at the end here. And you get to see, what's that coming over the hill? It is a monster. You get to see the Yamaha, the difference of 133 feet from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill. Now, here he is, finally. Dovi comes side by side, and look at a wonderful shot that was. Flying by Zarco, the Italian, getting past Johan Zarco at turn 12. At the end of the straight, the fully maintained Zarco tries to go back up the inside. This as they go into the stadium section. Time running out, and the championship point ahead of Marquez. So he's got to stay on there. Vinales, who's looking pretty ordinary at the moment. And I think, and I asked the question at the beginning of the weekend, Kevin, have we really seen the form guide of the teams here? And I think we're beginning to see it now. Marquez with a sensible race for the first time in many ways. I know it was a great race in Qatar, but now we're starting to see the form of the Honda when Pedrosa is fully fit. As we take a look at Junior, world champion.
I didn't think there was enough room for both those Roberts in the Yamaha camp.
Yeah.
Junior had to go.
You said it. But are we starting to see now the dominance of Honda? Another year where Honda's stay at the top.
The Honda was great. Marquez was really good at guitar. Just
person that seemingly could beat Marquez at the moment is himself, and he did brilliantly in Argentina. Got no points because of his efforts. And I think it will be a case of that again this year if he maintains this kind of form. 7.5 seconds. We've seen dominant performances by him here at Austin, but this ranks right up there with them, if not better. He has mastered this circuit and made it his own.
Last lap, almost back into the 204s, a 205.3. We're on lap 20.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? And when you consider that everybody else, I mean, Pedrosa, his teammate, 207.5. Now, I would have thought that's probably due to fatigue more than anything else. But even so, it's pretty darn impressive.
Crutchlow still trying to get into the points, 206 flat. Coming from the back after that mistake he made in 20.
No, but at least the team can take some solace that he's pushing for them, and he kind of needs to. This one, Marc Marquez, it'll please the fans, not the Field 46 fans, but it'll please the fans. Out of Austin, he has baked his way. Brilliant display of racing. This is the Japanese one. Starting fourth on the grid, was in the lead before the end of the first lap, and now he gets the ball for the final lap. Look at the Americans. They haven't made a flag for it yet. Key to the city. Yeah, you might find that tonight. In second place, 7 seconds behind. Just letting him know the gap.
Iannone in the Suzuki last lap, 205.6. Outstanding lap this late in the race. Good to see. That says a lot for what kind of progress Suzuki's making.
Yeah, and he did that in the last race, didn't he? Closing stages is obviously a good sign. But this is magnificent. Kevin, what for the future of this guy? He's got so many world titles already, and he's only, what, 19? No, he's not. He's a bit older than that. But, I mean, really, it's amazing to see a youngster. I mean, you usually expect this from somebody who is maybe 28, 29, you know, turning into their 30s with the wisdom. And he does make kind of schoolboy errors as well. He's still a young buck, but it's also helping him as well.
I was talking to Livio Supo last year about what a young age. He just makes you stand back and appreciate what he did about it. That's the thing about it. Hats off to the man.
Then Pedrosa, a brilliant display by But what a day for Marc Marquez. He's done it again. Out of 6. And well done to Danny Pedrosa. He deserves the handshake he just got from his teammate, because that was not easy under the circumstances. But there is only one Lone Star in the Lone Star State, and his name is Marc. He's ridden into town and once again shown them how to ride. A brilliant display. He takes the flag. Captain America, as we've dubbed him. He's done it again. Be outstanding for a hero here in Austin, Texas. And can anybody stop him? Pole position in all 6 Grand Prix and now 6 wins. Brilliant.